Mark Pellegrini and Tim Lim are back with yet another solid satirical comic, Kamen America.
Her hair was the color of gold in old paintings. She had a full set of curves, and the kind of legs you'd like to suck on for a day. She was giving me a look I could feel in my hip pocket. Yep, this was starting to get interesting.
This spinoff is from their All Might series, which is a satire/parody of Donald Trump as All Might from My Hero Academia, and Mike Pence as Bannon from Johnny Quest. I did a review of My Hero Magademia, the first book in the series, and I'll leave a link to it below. I haven't reviewed the sequel All Might, even though I have it. I'll do that soon. If you want to check out either of these, I believe they're still available on Comixology through Antarctic Press. I'm doing the review of Kamen America now because they're about to close down the online orders for the digital copy on their Indiegogo page. So if you enjoy this review, make sure to hop over to their page and buy it. The link will be down below. So what's there not to like about this book? Nope, can't find anything. This book is awesome. Mark and Tim have a wicked sense of humor. They know exactly what to spoof, what to mock, and what's just plain funny. Oh, and they like sexy women. This is Carly Vanders, Carol Danvers as she should have been. It's like she drank the potion from death becomes her.
I can't. Did you... I'm a girl.
Oh, I think you're a little bit older than that. I want all of you to put your hands, both hands, on the keyboard for the duration of this video. There's going to be so many puppies in this video, you're going to be hearing Jerry Lawler screaming in the background. But the fact that I even have to mention that a female character is drawn to look attractive is a shame. Every woman doesn't have to be this stacked, but they should at least be in an ideal form. They should be in shape, look capable, and actually have an interesting personality. And Carly Vanders fits the bill. She just wants to be a clothing designer. A smoking hot female clothing designer. That's almost as rare as being a capable Marvel editor. The story is simple. Clothing designer. That's some freakish thing from space while doing a USO show in Turkmenistan. And later on she gets struck by lightning and this activates her powers, which turns her into a hotter, blonder version of herself. It's not supposed to make sense. She ends up signing with a PR agency who names her Warhen, a play on Warbird, another Carol Danvers codename, but Carly gets tired of being used and quits. She creates a new identity, and since the agency owns the rights to Warhen, she calls herself Kamen America. She ends up in a fight with a Russian chick named Meteor, and it wraps up with an epilogue connecting to another one of Mark and Tim's comics, Black Ops, which is about a rabbit that's like a Navy SEAL/spy. The whole thing is genius. The things this bunny can do with the knife. He's like a bunny rabbit version of John Wick. It practically writes itself. And I'm being a little cagey about the story for Kamen America because I don't want to give away all the jokes, and it's really hard to talk about what happens without giving away too many. Like when Carly's a little girl and her teacher Miss Wormwood, Doug Ernst will love that reference, tries to get her to stop making dresses and do what the boys do. Carly says, we're supposed to play baseball and lift weights and, I don't know, chop firewood and stuff. Nice, subtle butch lesbian reference. And then they do something similar with their sister Vicky, where Carly says that Miss Wormwood didn't pick on Vicky, and Vicky says that's because she wanted to be a geologist. She says, she was all about the science. Told me to grow up, get that degree, and break that glass ceiling like it was still 1955 or something. My graduating class was 75% women. At the lab I have one male coworker, and he's a total fruitcake. Some glass ceiling. And then there are other gems like when Carly wants to leave the agency and her rep decides that instead of listening to her concerns, he'll just give her a black female sidekick. He says, we're giving you a sidekick, and she'll do all the things you don't want to do. Meet Major Babe. Don't worry, we'll say she came up with the name. That makes it empowering, not sexist. You don't have to be a role model anymore. Kids can latch on to Major Babe, the new hotness. You can keep doing your cornball shtick, and she'll move the agenda along. So good and so true. So then Carly leaves and creates a new name and new costume. Kamen America.
There she was, just like I remembered her. That delicately beautiful face, and a body that could melt a cheese sandwich from across the room.
and breasts that seemed to say, hey, look at these. She was the kind of woman that made you want to drop to your knees and thank God you were a man. Yeah. She reminded me of my mother, all right, no doubt about it.
Mark's writing is top notch, but I have to give it up to Tim Lim because this man has flipped his style yet again. His work on Soulfinder Demon's Match was awesome, and this page is definitely his best work. However, I enjoy the art in Kamen America more. It feels looser, more natural, and more like this is his preferred style, and he nails it. He did all the art, the line work, and the coloring, and there's not a complaint to be had. The coloring is bright and dynamic, the expressions are something right out of a JRPG, his fight scenes are powerful, fast-paced, and fluid. If anything, the fight between Kamen America and Meteor could have been spread out a little more to give some of the moments a greater impact. For example, this page works well, but it might work better if there were only 3 panels, the top one and the 2 beneath it, and the last panel being one of Meteor being shocked by Kamen's speed but not having time to react. Then the next page could be the actual contact and explosion. But I can see why they might have avoided this because a similar moment happens at the end of the fight. But that's literally me trying to find something to critique, because this is as solid as you can get when it comes to nailing the art, writing, and humor. It's so good, Marvel should make Mark and Tim the new creative team on the New Warriors. Keep the new characters and just let these guys have at it. It would be genius. Absolute genius. They renamed Trailblazer La Explora. Screen time would speak in HTML. Snowflake and Safe Space would be swapping identities, thinking nobody could tell them apart even though everybody could. B Negative would be the only sane one. I tell Mark and Tim to make a parody, but it's already a parody. You can't top that. You just have to run with it. So maybe these should be the guys making that comic. They'd be tripping over money. It'd be the first actual consistently, intentionally funny Marvel comic in years. But since we're probably not going to get that, go pick up Kamen America instead. You can check out the Indiegogo link below. It's currently available as a digital copy. I think the physical sales are done for now, but you can check with the guys to see if they're going to make the physical books available later on. If you got the book and already read it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thanks for listening. Kamen America. She's got big boobs. She's got big boobs.